Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing awesome today. So this is a shorter version and I'm just going to go over the pendulum messages for today and the oracle messages. Okay, so there's no chit chat. If you want a little bit of the chit chat and the energy reports that I did for today, you'll want to catch the earlier video from today. And I will post it right there at the end of this video if you want to catch it. Okay. So I asked on the pendulum, so using this pendulum map, okay, and using my dowsing rod. Are those my pendulum? This is my pendulum, not my dowsing rods. Okay. So I use this pendulum, and I also have, so for people who are new here, welcome, by the way. This is Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I also have about 60 oracle decks that I put on a card. Every oracle deck has its own card. So I shuffle these and I wait for one to fall. And then I ask the lead team, which is our spirit teams, if the cards, if the deck that fell, is that the one they want me to use? And they'll tell me yes or no. Okay. So I kind of use this as, their way of being able to tell me which decks they want me to use. All right. So, so actually before I get started, let me just let you know that we are starting our next 30-day challenge on October 1st. Right now, if you wanted to, you don't have to, because you can do the 30-day challenge, which is 30 days of talking to your spirit team and strengthening your relationship with them. Okay. You'll be able to use any journal to do that. So, or a piece of paper. You don't have to spend any money to do this. But if you want to get one of our journals, this is one of them that's in the shop right now. There's some floral ones that we did from the last challenge. But now I've got 3 up there that have Halloween designs. And then we're hoping to have some fall designs in the next couple days. Cross your fingers. But if you wanted to grab one of those, if you actually wanted to get a journal, they're up in the shop right now. At least the Halloween designs are up. Okay. So I will put a link in the description below. Uh-oh. The tree cutters are back. Let's see how far we can get through here without... Yeah, they're right in front of my place too. We'll see. Okay, I think they just went to lunch and I was trying to get some time in here. Okay, so are you guys ready for the pendulum messages? All right, so the first pendulum message from the Lead Team Collective, which is the name that all of our spirit guides, each of our teams, have come together collectively, and that's the name they gave themselves, okay? On the pendulum, that's what they spelled out for me. Here's the first message they spelled out is just keep waiting. And we're going to do an oracle message. We're going to get some oracle messages about that. But I did say just keep waiting for what? And they said Trump leaving. Okay. So they're trying to give us some encouragement. Don't give up hope. He's still leaving. So again, this is where I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it, right? But they want to encourage us to do that. The second message, so there's only 2 for today. The second one is, why are you disappointed? Now you could look at this and maybe this is something about your own personal life. Maybe it's politics. Maybe it's something else. You can read it however you want to. But I did say, for me, it was very political, that message. But I said, why shouldn't we be? Well, why shouldn't we be? It was the question I asked them. And they said, which I love this message, nobody loses. So why are we disappointed? Because nobody's losing. Okay. So I just think that's a really cool way to look at the world. Because if you were to watch some of the soul contract videos that we've done with the spirit teams using the dowsing rods, we even did, if you go to the channel, Ask the Spirit Guides channel, and in the search bar, type in soul contracts, you will get a whole bunch of videos. And we looked at a whole bunch of different people's soul contracts, general videos on soul contracts, Trump's soul contracts, Elon's soul contracts. We did a whole bunch of them. Okay. And again, just in general too, really, really helpful. If you were to listen to some of those, even re-listen to them, it would help, depending on how you're feeling, what kind of guidance you want right now, it would help you to put in perspective some of the stuff that's going on to individuals. Okay. Why we choose to experience the things we choose to experience. Why, when we look at something that's happening to someone else that's outside of our control, so you can't really go and do something to help, but you see it on the news or something, why just blessing them in that experience because they're choosing to have that as part of their soul contract, it is helpful to put things in perspective. And it's a reminder to us that nobody loses. Nobody's losing. Okay. I know that's so hard. I don't remember it hardly at all. I mean, anytime I see stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just start, But if I could really anchor in and remember the soul contract discussions, then nobody's losing, I'd probably save a lot of energy, Okay, so let's see what messages they have for us. So the first, just keep waiting. They actually wanted me. Which one did they want? They wanted this one, the letting go deck. Okay, so this was the one that fell, and then sometimes a bunch of those cards will fall, and then I'll ask using the dowsing rods which deck they want me to use. Okay, so let's see. All right, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Okay, so lead team, thank you for all your love, guidance, support of our community here. Really appreciate it. I just saw one kind of bounce up. Let's see if they wanted that one. Any other cards you want to pull for us today? What do you want to tell us about just keep waiting? Okay, so some just kind of fell over here. So let me just ask. So right now I've got 4 in front of me. Let's see. All right, so lead team, did I get the card you wanted us to have? Yes, okay. What about the card on the far right? Want me to read that one? Yes. What about the second one in from the right? My right? No. What about the third one in from my right? No. What about the far left? Yes. You want me to read both of those? Yes. Okay. And again, these are messages. I mean, you can take them as general messages or messages about just keep waiting. It's just a little bit of, some just trying to help us keep hanging on. Okay. All right. So what one holds in mind tends to manifest. What one holds in mind tends to manifest. Any thought which we consistently hold in mind and consistently give energy to will tend to come into our life according to the very form in which our mind has held it. Okay, so just keep waiting. How are you interpreting that? I heard a really cool, so Dr. Joe Dispenza, I don't have the link to this because I listened to a bunch of them yesterday. He talks about quantum physics, and I was listening to one of his talks, and he was talking about manifesting. And I sent this to my sister because I'm like, this is really cool. The way he does it, and you could do it in a very simple way, is to just say, oh shoot, what is it? Of course. Now, hang on a second. Yeah, I had to go back and look at the text I sent her to remember what it was. Okay, so what you want to say is, I'm certain. So anytime you're talking about anything you want in your life, I'm certain this will come to me. I'm certain this will happen. I am certain that the federal government will deal effectively with Trump. I am certain, whatever you want to say. I am certain. I am certain that while we're waiting, everything is happening in divine timing. I'm certain of it. So I just love that so much. I'm certain. And then what Dr. Joe Dispenza says to do is don't sit around and like just be checking all the time then, because then what you're saying is you're not certain. You're not really certain, you know? So you use that term, I'm certain, when you're wanting to manifest stuff, and then trust that that's going to happen. He actually gave a good example. So if you do order on Amazon, I know some people don't do that anymore, but if you order, well, let's just say you order from anywhere. Let's say you order from Kohl's department store in the United States, if you live in the US, and you're waiting for a package. You order the package, right? And you're certain that package is going to show up. I mean, you don't sit there and go, well, I wonder if that package is going to show up. You're pretty certain it's going to, but you also don't check your tracking constantly to see when is it showing up, when is it showing up, when is it showing up. So that's such a good way to think about manifesting is I'm certain this will happen to me, or this will happen for the world, or whatever's important to you. And then trust that the timing will happen. So I'm certain. Use the I'm certain when it comes to manifesting. So what one holds in mind tends to manifest. Okay. So if you've been holding in your mind that you're losing hope, you're doubting, they're telling us just keep waiting. Just keep waiting. Trump will leave. Just keep waiting. Okay. But if you're not certain of that, if you're not certain Trump is leaving, because so many people have told you, right? In your heart that maybe you've done some reading on the golden future, or maybe, you've listened to Sterling and we're in a reset to 2050. And this is the kind of thing we have to go through. Then you can be certain that this is going to happen. It just might not be happening as quickly as you want it to be happening, right? But don't lose that's basically what this is saying. Anyways, that's how I'm interpreting it. Okay, let me know how you interpret that. Okay, so this is the second message for just keep waiting, okay? All right, I might have to turn the card over. So it's got some long verbiage on both sides. So let's read this side first. As we relinquish the negative suppressed feelings from all the programs we have internalized, they are automatically replaced by the higher ones. As we relinquish, so let go of the negative suppressed feelings from all the programs we've been, the way we've been indoctrinated into things, just, values, morals that other people have shared, their expectations of us, all that kind of stuff. The more we relinquish those negative feelings that we have around them, they are automatically replaced by the higher ones. When our inner feelings are of peacefulness, serenity, tranquility, stillness, openness, and simplicity, the effect on others is to increase their awareness along with our own, and to give them a greater sense of freedom, perfection, unity, and at oneness with ourselves. Okay, so how are you interpreting that with just keep waiting? How I'm going to use that is just keep waiting. Stay in the feelings of peacefulness, serenity, tranquility, stillness, openness, simplicity. If we can stay in that energy, then we can be certain that the universe will deal with the things we want them to deal with, and ask for it. Make sure you ask for it too. Okay, interesting. I'm going to leave those cards out to put them in my book, my journal. For those who are new, I do keep all the messages that we've ever gotten since we've been doing Pendulum messages, which is, I don't know, maybe since February. So I started this new journal So this one, I've only gotten a couple pages and starting in June. So I keep all track of all the different pendulum messages we've gotten. And then I can go back. I should probably put them in Mabel in the AI, so she could actually do some tracking for us. It'd be kind of interesting, actually. Okay, so you guys, let's do the next one. So why are you disappointed? Nobody loses. Okay, why are you disappointed? Nobody loses. So we're going to use Moonology. So I always link these in the description. They are affiliate links on Amazon. If you're looking, for cards, I love all the cards that I have. I've gotten many of them from people in the community, which is amazing, not expected, but very kind. And so all the ones I use, I haven't found one that I don't like, to be honest. And so we have an Amazon shop link that you can find. And actually, I've asked the community what their favorites are, and we have a community favorites link too. So if you wanted to go into our Amazon shop, there's always links in the description below. It's a one way to support our channel and the work that we're doing here. So although, it doesn't feel like work, we love it. We love it so much. Okay, a whole bunch of cards just dropped. Let me see if any of these are the ones they wanted us to have. Okay, so you guys, lead team, did I get the right card for this message? Yes. Are there any other cards you want me to pull? No. Okay, what about the card on the far right? Yes. You want me to read that one? Yes. What about the second one in from the right? No. Third one in from the right? Yes. Okay. And fourth one? No. Okay, so the first and the third from the right? Yes. Okay. Okay, let's see what they have to say. I gotta stick these in the box because they're kind of slippery. They'll slip in between my couch cushions. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one away and this one. Okay, so we are looking at why are you disappointed? Why are you disappointed? Okay, let's look at the image first. What do you see there? Any messages for yourself in that image? And this is Moonset releasing. Okay, so releasing disappointment. Okay, all right, let's read a little bit more about it. Moonset. These are harder to find in the book. Is it under releasing? It's interesting. You have to kind of, anyways, hang on a second. I gotta find it. Okay, all right, here's the message. It's time to let go. Let go of our disappointments. Whatever you're asking about, offer it up to the divine. Release it. Although you're constantly creating your own reality, there is something about your current situation that suggests what's done is done. And, again, this isn't necessarily a political message. Why are you disappointed? Nobody's losing, okay? But it is suggesting is what's done is done. Okay, it is. We've kind of accepted 9 months ago, especially if we're looking at political, what's done is done. You've played your part, release. When you release an issue to the universe or the divine, you allow space for whatever is for your highest good to take its course. As much as you might think you know exactly what you want, drawing this card suggests you need to allow the universe to show you your next best step. It's very helpful for me. Make the word acceptance your key word for the moment. Okay, so I accept. I'm not going to be disappointed in my life, in what I'm doing right now, in the world, whatever. I'm going to accept where it's at this point. I love that. I love that message. Okay, so additional meanings for this card. Clinging on now won't help you. Trust your higher self is taking care. The goddess is by your side. Tomorrow is another day. And declutter. So releasing. I love the change of seasons because I tend to do that kind of stuff. Bring out some different pillows and you're going to see some fall stuff behind me soon. So I'm going to do that this week. So releasing. Okay. Great. What did you get out of this? What are you getting out of that? All right. And the next one, let's look at the image. Again, why are you disappointed? Nobody loses. Nobody loses. Healing moon, seek healing. Okay, so seek healing. Okay. Let's see if I can find this one now. Haha, there it is. All right, so healing moon. There is one very important question that you need to ask yourself when you draw this card. What would your current situation look like if it were healed? Wow, I want to have a whole conversation about that. Maybe coffee with Karen tomorrow. What would the situation look like right now if it were healed? Wow. I love that. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize it. It's important to get a clear picture of it in your mind's eye. Yeah, we focus so much on what we don't want, especially with the Trump administration, or at least I do, that we need to focus on what we do want, right? Drawing this card suggests you're in a situation that needs healing, and that healing has actually started. However, you have to believe in the process to complete it. I am certain, right? Here we go with the language again. I am certain in terms of manifesting. However, you have to believe in the process to complete it. What might be very painful now may become much easier quite soon. Yay! The most important thing is to work through your emotions rather than denying them. So again, the message was, why are you disappointed? Okay? The most important thing is to work through your emotions rather than denying them. That is how healing will be brought about. Talk through issues, work on your chakras will also help, cleaning out any emotional or energetic debris in your aura. To do this, simply put on some uplifting music, sit, close your eyes, and imagine yourself under a column of blue and golden healing light. So you can even envision this image right here. Okay, set the intention that your energies and the situation you're asking about will be healed. Healing is at hand. So additional meanings for this card is anything can be healed. Hold the vision of the situation being healed. Make I am healed, my life is healed, and so it is. Your motto, I am certain I am healed. I am certain I am healing. Better days are coming soon. I'm certain that better days are coming soon. I'm certain tomorrow will be a better day. Heal your feelings, heal your life. Very cool. All right, let me know what you got out of this, if it was helpful for you. Let me know what you're hoping to, what are you certain about right now? Let's do that, you guys. Let's in the comments. This way you'll declare it. I am certain. Let's manifest. What do you want to manifest right now? Personally, globally, community-wise, whatever. What do you want to manifest in your family? I am certain. So put that, let's all do I am certain comments, and that'll be very positive for everybody to read that. Okay? So I look forward to reading what you're certain about. Well, because that's what you're going to manifest then. All right? Okay, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good one.